scatter. We've been trapped in the cage with only the demons and dragons. Yeah, it's like the same drama. We getting shot down in the street, but we remain humble. That just mean we gotta get back on the road and teach all our people and let them know they not alone. The prophets is back and we going on. You know the time gon' come. The time gon' come. Yeah, you know that time gon' come. The time gon'. Whoa. We've been through hard times, slaving for these other nations. Need apartheid. Need to go and get away and live out alright. Yeah, and live out alright.
And we ain't laboring in vain. Every day you see we breaking every chain. They hate to see us capable to reign. First we conquer the mind, nation rise, then we taking everything. Daniel 7, we gon' make it very plain. I've been meditating heavy, water rising, it could probably break a levee. Wisdom flooded through my mind and made it deadly. Prophesying in the belly of the beast. This a message to the sheep. We've been beaten but can't settle for the feet. Gird up your loins and get your sword, that's the heavenly decree. We in the spiritual war versus America elite. They the devil, they the eagle when we teach. Though we ruffling they feathers, when our king come, we stepping in they beat. They ain't never seen, never took the time to read. They had us right to sleep and trying to dream like Dr. King. Now my rest, I gotta leave. In this land, the only pet I got is peeve. It's the light in me standing in my life till I'm redeemed. It's a lot of ground to cover, no more kicking back. It's time to blitz. They criticizing this out of envy, that's just obvious. This headline that went for us, Tyler Kynes and Wakandians. That's why they marveling. It's the army they tried demolishing, but here we stand and know we not gonna run. We gon' hold the line till Shiloh come. This gon' be a home invasion on the nations. Ain't no 911. Say goodbye to Babylon. If you with me, sing along.
You know the time gon' come. The time gon' come. Yeah, you know that time gon' come. The time gon'. Whoa. We've been through hard times, slaving for these other nations. Need apartheid. Need to go and get away and live out alright. Yeah, and live out alright. My people stuck in their ways, denying the power and busy refusing to change. They charge it all to the game, but we got the keys that we need to open them gates. They taking drugs for the pain, the pills and the lean and the weed, they been hitting the same. They say it pours when it rains, the fire from heaven is drowning the city in flames. Cause we never sleep, and this war that we fighting is not for the weak. And we got the power to burn on the tower. If we talking about scriptures, we armed to the teeth. Cause we never sleep, and this war that we fighting is not for the weak. And we got the power to burn on the tower. If we talking about scriptures, we armed to the teeth. Okay, you know the prophets, we don't play. I see a king when I look in the mirror, and y'all niggas yoga like yo play. We playing chess when we bliss in these churches, then we look at them like yo play. My people sleep on the God, but he wake them up with the prophets like obey. Hey, y'all better wake up. They said it lied on Jacob. Me and my sin had to break up. She blow me up like a pager, trying to give me the makeup. Barry Sanders had to shake her. Purple and gold, no Laker. This true shot like tasers. Free yourself, Fantasia. Became one with my maker. My people stuck in their ways, denying the power and busy refusing to change. They charge it all to the game, but we got the keys that we need to open them gates. They taking drugs for the pain, the pills and the lean and the weed, they been hitting the same. They say it pours when it rains, the fire from heaven is drowning the city in flames. Cause we never sleep, and this war that we fighting is not for the weak. And we got the power to burn on the tower. If we talking about scriptures, we armed to the teeth. Cause we never sleep, and this war that we fighting is not for the weak. And we got the power to burn on the tower. If we talking about scriptures, we armed to the teeth.
We don't sleep, know that. 144,000, I've been counting sheep and I'm sowing the reading, know that. My hope in the heavens ain't gotta get deep, run a victory lap and this ain't the Olympics. Your pastor get cut and he get the red nigga. You live in this will or you die in this vengeance. The reason we blissing and teaching repentance. Now turn up the temperature, you will not need coats. When that nuke hit, that's a heat stroke. From the east coast to the Golden Gate, burning these bridges, he really do hate the U.S. of A. And everything that it came with, from Roe v. Wade to the slave ship, get it back in the blood that it's stained with.
My people stuck in their ways, denying the power and busy refusing to change. They charge it all to the game, but we got the keys that we need to open them gates. They taking drugs for the pain, the pills and the lean and the weed, they been hitting the same. They say it pours when it rains, the fire from heaven is drowning the city in flames. Cause we never sleep, and this war that we fighting is not for the weak. And we got the power to burn on the tower. If we talking about scriptures, we armed to the teeth. Cause we never sleep, and this war that we fighting is not for the weak. And we got the power to burn on the tower. If we talking about scriptures, we armed to the teeth.
Ain't no time to hit the snooze. We cannot live like no regular dudes. Our people dying in this zoo. Our nation's vanquished for the lack of the truth. Savage youth, sisters acting like dudes. Sad but true, living backwards like fools. Mad cause you ain't go back to the crew, but that's the Jews, bring them back to the truth. Tell them that it's kingdom time. Walking through the fire, can't see the prize. Much more promise than perceive with eyes, but our people can't see through the seating lies. Cause the blind lead the blind and flee the wise. So when it's our time to rise from peace and quiet, you sleep out here tweeting about this demon time. Wake up from the slumber, gotta see the signs. Free your mind.
You are now flying.
Applying pressure to the pedal breaking. Lord know we dedicated. Revealing truth to our people, we been miseducated. Great awakening taking place and they can't decimate it. Truth serum that can't be replicated. Get medicated, this that Psalms 107 ain't it? We got this truth and can't keep calm. On the corner dropping bombs, can't be detonated. Jump from coast to coast like LeBron, but we never traded. Got the breath of life in my lungs, I'm resuscitated. Precepts, the only P we pushing in this heat, hitting harder than a desert eagle bullet hit the earth with the line. Let it sink and we gon' hook them. We had idols in our mind, heard this word and we forsook them. All in Memphis, no more rent. We raising up the 12. They say the truth hurts, so we labor in travail. From NYC to Houston, from LA to Riverdale, talking truth, taking the kingdom in the gates of wicked hell.
Just touched down, I ain't got my foot on the brake. Truth got my mind, I'm feeling renewed every day. Giving sight to the blind, it's something we do every day. And I don't care if what I'm saying make you feel away. Yeah, let's talk truth. Talk about it, let's talk truth.
Welcome back to another week of
Let's Talk Truth.
Today you got myself, Captain Emmanuel. Is the sound? Hold on, hold the hell up. Can somebody make sure the sound working? Because there's some stuff going on.
Right.
I know we went 2 minutes without the sound a week or two ago.
Man.
And I hear some stuff going on. Sound like speakers exploding and stuff. The camera look weird. The table all in the... What the hell going on right now?
Let's make it happen. We good, IT?
Did the sound good? We good? All right, all praise to the Most High. Today you got myself, Captain Emmanuel, to my right.
Officer Baruch.
To his right.
Officer Hezekiah.
To my left.
Officer Jonah.
To his left.
Officer Zachariah.
To the far left.
Soldier alive, Kim.
All righty.
All
praises. Cap, we here, Cap.
All righty then. So the topic for the day on Let's Talk Truth is the two Holocausts. All right, all praise to the Most High God. Today we're going to talk about, because in school we're taught that there is the Holocaust.
Right.
And it's in reference to one historical event. So that term, as we know it, is only accredited to that particular event, to that particular people. Right? But the word Holocaust is a word that has a definition. It's not just one event, right? So there's two major Holocausts in history, and that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to analyze which one was upon the real Jews.
Right.
We're going to analyze which one is the one that really deserves reparations and so on and so forth. Because in school, like I said, they teach you about one particular Holocaust, and they perpetuate this narrative that you ought to always feel sorry for the people that suffered this, learn about their history, read their books, and have a deep reverence for them and a deep empathy and sympathy, whatever, right? To the point where you pray for them, you send money, millions of dollars to them. You got to be in agreement with America's support of those people because of that event that happened to them, right? But they ignore the other Holocaust and the people that suffered from that. You understand? So we gonna break it out today since don't nobody else want to talk about it. All right?
That's
what we need y'all to do is stop what you're doing, hit the like button, all right? So the algorithm can pick up, more people can see it, on the timeline, whatever. Drop some flames in the live comment section.
That's right.
So this thing can pick up steam, all right? But let's open up with Proverbs 8 and 6 real quick. Let's open up.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 8 and verse 6.
Go ahead.
Hear, for I will speak of excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall bring right things.
Come on.
For my mouth shall speak truth.
For what?
For my mouth shall speak truth.
Let's talk truth. Go ahead.
And wickedness is an abomination to my lips.
All right, let's get that first clip on the screen, brothers. All right. Let's get that first clip.
And you don't want to pay up today. The so-called Jew Holocaust. And I say so-called Jew because he's not a real Jew. He's a Johnny-come-lately Jew who just crawled out of the caves and hills of Europe just a few days ago. So you're not even a real Jew, buddy. The so-called Jew Holocaust lasted, you with me? Because I got to drop this stuff tonight because I'm a truth terrorist. I'm a knowledge gangster. I'm a black history hitman. I'm a lie killer, urban gorilla. I got to be a roughneck. Got to be a roughneck. It's the only way I know to go. The Jew Holocaust lasted 10 years, but the Holocaust of the black man and woman lasted over 500 years. Let's look at it. 110 years, 500 years. Maybe I'm a little confused. Maybe I'm too much of a racist. Maybe I'm too much of a bigot and an anti-Semite when I'm really none of that. But maybe just by chance, 10 years is greater than 500 years. Let's kick the ballistics. You say you lost 6 million, and we question that. You say you lost 6 million, but for the sake of argument, we'll give you 6 million. We lost over 600 million lives in the Black Holocaust over the past 6,000 years and over the past 400 to 500 years in specific. Maybe I'm a little bit confused. Maybe I'm too big a racist or an anti-Semite or a bigot. And maybe somehow 6 million is greater than 600 million. That possibility is there. You have your Schindler's List, which is really a swindler's list, because you were involved in the slave trade. Ooh. You were involved, and you don't want to actually accept your involvement because you too want to escape reparations. You want to escape reparations and what is due the black man and black woman. Let's look at it.
All right, let's get the next timestamp. There we go. That's the camera. See, that's what I'm.
There you go.
Come on,
repented instantly.
Damn. Well, guys, listen, man. All right, come on.
Massive death marches that took our lives on the African continent. They said that by the summer of 1942, there were over 400 ghettos. We question that. That the Jews were forced and confined into over 400 ghettos. Well, you might have 400 ghettos in just one state, one county. You are removed from your ghettos of Warsaw and Krakow. You are removed from your ghettos, white Jew. But these, the sons and daughters of Africa, we are still in the ghettos of white America to this very day that we sit here tonight. We are still in our ghetto.
Hey, real quick, can we look up the definition of ghetto real quick?
Bring it up.
The definition of ghetto.
That's right.
All right. So he brought out a lot of stuff, right? He brought up the fact that the numbers, the math ain't mathing.
Exactly.
They went through 10 years of their Holocaust. We went through 500. Right? They lost 6 million. We lost, what do you say, 600 million?
600 million. He went crazy. He went for 6,000 years, 800.
All right. So the math is very disproportionate when you analyze the two Holocausts. The one up on the so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans. Well, he didn't even bring up the Hispanics and Native Americans.
Facts.
You understand? But they are our people too. So you add that to the math, to the numbers. I mean, golly. Right? So, and then he also brought up the ghettos, right? Because that's a part of the narrative on why you should feel sorry for the Jews, because they were forced to live in ghettos, right?
That's
he said
right.
400 to 500. And like he said, you go to damn hell. What's the Memphis County?
Shelby County.
Shelby County, Tennessee. You understand? In the city of Memphis alone, it's probably about 400 ghettos.
Damn.
For real. In the city of Little Rock, it's at least about 50. Right? In New Orleans, brothers. It's about in New Orleans, the metropolitan area of New Orleans, meaning New Orleans, the West Bank, Kenner, Slot. All them cities in the 504 area code is more than 500 ghettos.
This ain't right.
No cap. So read that definition real quick. Yeah, read the first one, then the second.
Ghetto.
A poor urban area occupied primarily by a minority group or groups.
So this is very similar to the definition of Holocaust, because you got the general definition and then you have the definition that pertains only to the weirdos, right? So read number 2.
Number 2, the Jewish quarter in a city.
So they have their own coined term for the word ghetto. When we think of ghetto, we think of the projects, we think of the hood, we think of the block gang, banging drug dealers, etc. But the ghetto, as they use it for their purpose of perpetuating their narrative of their affliction, quote unquote, is the Jewish quarter in a city. Now read the next one. Adjective.
Resembling or characteristic of a ghetto or its inhabitants. Especially.
Stop. So that word especially, right? That's a special word.
Exactly.
Especially means when you use this word, 9 times out of 10, you making reference to this group, not that group, but this group.
Right.
So ghetto is used especially with who?
Especially with relation to African American culture.
So everybody know when you use the word ghetto, you know exactly the demographic that it's making reference to.
Right.
In reality, it's talking about us. But like I said, when you read about Anne Frank and all of them Jewish people or whatever, they try to make it, yeah, they put us in ghettos.
Right.
But what about urban renewal that happened all across the United States of America when they created ghettos for our people?
Facts.
You understand? But nobody talks about that.
Exactly.
So, again, the number, give Deuteronomy 28:62. Let me show y'all something. So this is about the real Jews, the real 12 tribes of Israel, when you read the scriptures, right? And they want you to think, even though their original, what's the word, nationality, those people that the Holocaust happened to in Germany were from Poland, Ukraine. Where else was they from? Czechoslovakia.
Right.
Oh, there,
Up
right?
that way.
So they don't even got no real proof that links them back to the land of Israel, what they call Palestine today.
Right.
It's nothing that links them back to that land. You understand? Right. But they want you to think that what happened in that 10-year period was a fulfillment of Deuteronomy 28.
That's,
oh, my God.
That's crazy.
But let's see, because when you analyze what happened to us over a 500-year period, that's just the most recent one.
Right.
Right? Over a 500-year period, let's see who better fits the prophecy that pertains to the Israelites. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 62.
Come on.
And ye shall be left few in number, whereas ye were as the stars of heaven for multitude.
So God said you're going to be left few in number, whereas you were regarded as the stars of heaven in terms of multitude, right? So when you think about the Native Americans, they populated this side of the earth, right?
Right.
North, Central, and South America. Then you had us in the continent of Africa, right? We talking about the west coast, from the Ghanaian ports all the way down to the Congo,
right,
and et cetera, right? Millions of slaves were put on ships and transported, right? Read that verse again.
And ye shall be left few in number, whereas ye were as the stars of heaven for multitude.
Come on.
Because thou wouldest not obey the voice of the Lord thy God.
Read.
And it shall come to pass that as the Lord rejoiced over you to do you good and to multiply you, so the Lord will rejoice over you to destroy you.
So he telling you how you're going to be reduced from that number of the stars of multitude to be left few in number. The Lord was going to destroy you, right? Now, pull up the definition of the word Holocaust. I was going to wait till later, but I just want to go on and pull up the definition. All right. Put that on the screen. Just the first one.
Holocaust, destruction or slaughter on a mass scale, especially caused by fire or nuclear war.
So in Deuteronomy 28, 62 and 63, he's saying that I'm going to cause a Holocaust to happen in you. I'm going to destroy you. That's going to take you from a massive number to be left few in number, right? So we reading the verses that prophesy the Holocaust, right? Now watch this. Read 68.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So a couple of verses later, right, within the curses and judgments pertaining to the nation of Israel, he said, I'm going to bring you into Egypt again with ships, right? Meaning slavery with ships. So, okay, you have the Holocaust where they killed 6 million Jews, right? Okay. Let's just say that now, if we talking about if God, let me try to compute the words right. He said that they were as stars in heaven for multitude, right?
Right.
So was killing 6 million of them reducing a star of heaven multitude amount to few in number?
Not at all.
No, right? Now, if a couple of verses later it mentioned a slave trade with ships, right? Then you would think you're going to see that with those same people that suffered the Holocaust. Right. Now, maybe I missed it in the history or whatever. Did they send some of the white folks on ships?
Not at all.
As the ship master.
It wasn't no Nazi on Amistad?
Nope.
Damn.
Hell nah.
Well, damn. Okay. So, I mean, hey, we not Muslims, all right? Them brothers, you know what I'm saying? We love the brothers. We pray that they repent. However, that guy was bringing it out.
That's right.
The brother was speaking facts, and that's just the reality of the matter. You know what I'm saying? They be talking all these numbers 6. We gonna get into that 6 million shit. But they 6 million Jews and never forget and all this shit. Right?
Come on now, dog.
But nobody talk about us. They tell us to forget. When we suffer something way worse. And when I say way worse, we actually fit the biblical description.
Right.
We actually line up with what God is saying. Our people died by the millions. That's right. On the way here.
Right.
Most didn't make it here.
Right.
And before that, they was killing off the slaughtering the Native Americans.
Exactly.
Before they picked us up, before the Middle Pack, they was already shipping our brothers, the Arawaks and all of that.
Yes, sir.
To Europe.
Message.
And we gonna bring this stuff out, y'all. But listen, the 2 Holocausts, all right? Stay tuned. Hit the like button. Well, before we get into the topic, y'all already know we gotta get the reality radar. All right?
Reality radar.
All right. So, hold on, guys. All right, 1 second. So what's going on? I don't know if y'all know or not, or y'all been paying attention, but it's an epidemic going on with famous black men right now. All right? So we just going to show y'all a few. We just going to read the titles. We're not going to read the articles. All right? We just going to read the titles of these several articles from this year as of recent. Well, a lot of famous black men, and yes, he looks like a Caucasian, but that is a black man.
That's right.
The first guy, Andrew Tate, it's a few black men that have been, in the news, all right, for this same thing. All right, put that on the screen.
Andrew Tate served legal papers after allegations of rape and sexual assault.
Damn. Go to the next one. So that was this year. Go to the next joint. Yeah, that was in June. All right, now this was the most recent one.
Come on.
All right. We just okay.
There we go.
All right. Put that on the screen.
This guy.
It's okay. We just need the top part anyway.
Just pull it over,
on the
guys.
screen, brothers.
There you go.
Sean Combs is accused by Cassie of rape and years of abuse in lawsuit.
Right, so that was what, a week or 2 ago? All right, put the next one on the screen. So that's P. Diddy, Puff Daddy. Which one is it? Diddy, Daddy, Diddy. Okay. All right, the next one.
Jamie Foxx accused of sexual assault in new lawsuit.
All right, so Jamie Foxx. All right. So you got Jamie, Andrew, P. Diddy. Who else?
Damn.
Who else?
Yeah, we got the preset for it.
Who else?
Not again. Yeah.
Bill Cosby accused of sexual abuse in new lawsuit filed by the Cosby Show.
Something.
Yeah.
All right, so Bill
Come
Cosby
on now,
got
dog.
another one. All right, put that on the screen. Let's see who else.
This guy.
Cuba Gooding Jr. faces 2 sexual assault lawsuits in New York.
Radio. All right, go to the next one.
That was a day ago, too.
All right.
New York City Mayor Eric Adams accused of sexual assault in 1993.
Right. So, now Andrew Tate was in June, all right, but the rest of these was like within the past week or two, like in a flurry, right?
Right.
So this lawyer right here, he gonna explain that there was a law put in place that enabled this right here, right? So play that video.
Every single man on this list has been sued for sexual assault. Now, what you probably don't know, all of these lawsuits were filed in New York. All of these lawsuits were filed last week, last couple of days. And all of these lawsuits involve very old claims. In the case of Mayor Eric Adams, you're talking about a woman claiming sexual assault from 1983. That's before I was born, more than 30 years ago. There's time limits to filing lawsuits, right? You can't just wait forever. How are these people able to file such old lawsuits against these guys? Well, what's going on here is the Adult Victim Survivors Act. The New York State Legislature passed a law that said that if you're a victim of sexual assault and you never filed a claim because you were scared, because you were this, because you were that, and now it's too late, well, we're going to open up a 1-year window from November 22nd, 2022 to today, November 23rd, 2023. Today is the last day within this Adult Victim Survivors Act window to file a lawsuit. And what you have happen in these sexual assault cases, probably what happened in the Diddy case, people don't file the lawsuit immediately. First, they call you and they say, hey, do you want to pay me to settle this lawsuit? Because if you don't, I'm going to file it, and then it's going to go public. So before they go public with it, they use that leverage of keeping it confidential, keeping it out of the public eye to try to settle. Now, if the celebrity defendant, whoever it is on the other side, doesn't care and they say, no, I'm not settling, you go file, then you go file. So in this case, the deadline to file these old claims was today, so they kind of waited and they were trying to negotiate, keep that leverage of keeping it confidential, and then eventually when you don't get that settlement, you go ahead and you file that lawsuit. Interesting, in the Diddy case, they would have probably been doing that. I don't know, but I'm guessing they would have probably been negotiating with Diddy. He's like, nah, I'm not going to do it. Then it went public, and the next day he settles. To me, I don't know this, but it suggests that he miscalculated. It suggests that he didn't realize what it was going to look like in the light of day. And when he saw it, he was like, yo, run that settlement back.
Y'all all right? All right. So now let's get the next clip. So the next clip is the precept. All right, to understand why this is happening to these people just randomly out of the blue. Right now, this guy in particular is, we don't know what type of, we just know he's a comedian, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case. Mm-hmm. But he's a strong advocate for the Jewish community, being Jewish himself, so-called Jewish, right?
Right.
And he is speaking on behalf of the Jewish powers that be. Now, like I said, I don't know what type of power or rank he holds, right? Because he is known in the public as just a peasant comedian or whatever.
Right.
But he's going to speak on behalf of the Jewish powers that be concerning the celebrities and different people that have not advocated publicly for Israel in the current Israel and Hamas war. All right, play that clip.
A lot of conversations amongst my Jewish friends about the silence, the disappointment, the disappearing acts on some Doug Henning, David Blaine shit just disappeared, boom, in the air. A lot of people have disappeared. I'm telling you right now, we are making a list, we are checking it twice, and we already know who's been naughty or nice. See that pun? You see that pun? I'm talking about the Jewish people, but I'm also talking Christmas carols. We will not forget. We're not suckers. So when you come around asking for this, that, and the third, come around asking for money, investments, and all that stuff, I promise you, it's being discussed. We're paying attention to who's being anti-Jewish, anti-Semitic, anti-Israel, or not saying anything at all. I promise you. We see. I'm the enigma.
Pause.
A lot of Jewish people seem nice.
Hold on. So I want y'all to hear what he's saying. What he's saying is, if you were saying anything against us or not saying anything at all, this is some bullying right here.
Facts.
Meaning, if you silent about it, meaning if you're black and you're minding your own business because it has nothing to do with you, then you're still a problem.
This ain't right.
You're a nigga. We own you. If you want your checks written and signed by us, you have to speak out on behalf of us. So if you're not doing that, we got something for you on the list.
Hey, Cap,
he letting them know.
Hey, Cap, just
we know who's been naughtier. Y'all know what that mean, right?
Right.
We got dirt on all you niggas.
Right.
Basically.
We watching.
And because you perpetuate this evil and you play these gay roles and you advocate for LGBT on this commercial, whatever, we've been suffering you.
Damn.
But this Israel versus Hamas, what happening? And y'all want to mind y'all own business and act like y'all on the Palestinian side? Oh, okay. Okay, nigga. We know your naughtiness.
Yep.
You understand? What you were finna say?
Here it is. You thought you sold your soul to the devil, but they keep pressing the envelope. Think about last year. What they tell Kanye West? Come get your money, nigga. Come get all this, so we just gonna destroy it. Showing you that they have the power. And he giving the people a little glimpse. But Wells Fargo and Bank of America, all that's ran by the Ashkenazis, the Khazars, and they proving it. They're gonna continue to prove it.
Hey, you know what this remind me of? Remember that movie Training Day? When Denzel said, I'm putting charges on all you. That's what he talking about. They gonna put charges on everybody, bro. I'm telling you.
Thanks.
So to them, their silence is betrayal. So you gotta say something to let us know you are right with us.
You can't make this stuff up.
Keep playing. Go back like 10 seconds.
It's a button.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Go ahead.
I'm the enigma. A lot of Jewish people seem nice. We seem like we're suckers. Seem like you could kind of convince us. Trust me, don't come around 6 months, 8 months, 2 years. We're remembering. We're paying attention.
All righty then. So, sounds to me like this brings me to mind of Revelation 13 about the, I don't know, maybe I'm reaching. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm reaching. But this would it sound like to me.
Facts.
Revelation chapter 13 and verse, 15, 16? Read that.
The book of Revelation, chapter 13 and verse 15. And he had power. Verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
All right. So people think that this is talking about a chip, right?
Right.
You're receiving a microchip in your hand and in your forehead.
Right.
So at some point, America is going to inflict martial law, and they're going to round people up in their houses and plant a chip in your forehead and in your hand, right? That's the doctrine, right?
Come on now, your babies.
Okay.
That's what they saying.
So it say that the beast caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a mark in a right hand and in the forehead. Can we hold that and get the mark in chapter 17, verse 5? About the hand and the forehead. All right? Read that real quick.
Revelation 17 and verse 5.
Verse 4.
Verse 4. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand.
Having a golden cup in her what?
In her hand.
In her hand, in her hand. So this cup is in the hand of the woman, which is Babylon the Great, right? Go ahead.
Full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication.
So in her hand, was abominations and filthiness of fornication, right? In the hand, read on.
And upon her forehead.
And upon what?
And upon her forehead.
And upon her forehead. Go ahead.
Was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots, and the abominations of the earth.
So in the hand was a cup of filthiness and abomination. In the forehead was written, the mother of abominations. So what is the mark really talking about? The abominations, fornication, wickedness that this nation is going to push in the earth.
That's right.
You have to be in full agreement with that. You have to support it. That's what the hand is going into. And you have to believe it in your mind. You understand? You have to be in agreement with the philosophy.
Right.
So go back to Revelation 13, verse 16.
Revelation chapter 13, verse 16. And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
Go ahead.
And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name.
So again, the doctrine is that if you don't have this microchip, you ain't gonna be able to go to the store and buy that.
Right.
But what it's telling you, this beast has the power over the economy, right? So if you see that you're not agreeing or supporting their abominations, their blasphemy, right, that they are the Jews and all of that, if you speaking against that or even keeping silence about it, they can cut off your finances.
This is America.
They can cut off your livelihood. This is what this is saying.
Right.
You understand? Now watch this. Read the next verse.
Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666.
Right, 666. That's talking about the sixth seal, the sixth bell, and the sixth trumpet, right? But I want y'all to remember the number 6. 6.
Right.
All right, so, all right.
But just to go back to the point, Cap, that's what the dude was saying. What you just read was showing that he said, if you're not in agreement with this,
right?
If you're not in agreement, we're gonna cut you off. We're gonna stop you from being able to have funds, everything.
This is America.
Hey, that dude wicked. Hey, he wicked.
Remember that number 6. All right, but listen, what y'all see going on is this ain't right. If you don't want to perpetuate our lie and take part in our filthiness and abominations or whatever by way that you have been made rich, we gonna cut your water off. You understand? We gonna slander your image in the public eye and all of that's what's going on.
Right.
All right, because America and Israel, the white man, the one, the Christian one nation under God in America, and the Jewish Caucasian in the synagogues over there, they the same people, they brothers.
Right.
All right? So if you not in agreement with what they got going on or whatever, you're an enemy to them, that's what you're going to suffer the repercussions.
Damn.
Right? So we know, we already know. We on God's side.
Right.
You understand? So God got us, but you niggas in the world, y'all better repent, because that's the only hope, that's the only chance y'all got.
That's right.
Because I'm telling you, they ain't playing with you niggas. All right, let's get to Isaiah 11:11 minute, guys. All right. All right, all praise to the Most High God. All right, so in Isaiah 11:11 minute, we deal with what's going on with our brothers and sisters in the diaspora, predominantly on the continent of Africa. And when I say our brothers and sisters, talking about the remnant of Israelites that will be scattered throughout the various places listed in Isaiah chapter 11, right? A lot of those countries are African countries.
Message.
Today we're going to deal with what's been going on in the Congo. So in the Congo, that was one of the major slave ports, and also that was where Leopold did, which was that don't the Holocaust don't even compare to that.
Exactly.
But anyway, so that's where that's actually where my ancestors came from, right? The Congo slave ports, right? So we know that our brothers and sisters, according to Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, right, are there. The descendants of Israel are there, and the curses will pursue you and overtake you. That's what the Lord said, right?
That's right.
Let's see this right here. Nobody is talking about this. Play that video.
Let's go, IT.
You all right?
Now let's turn to Central Africa, to the Democratic Republic of Congo, also known as DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo. It's the second largest country in Africa by land, home to over 110 million people. The DRC is in dire straits. Conflict in the east has been claiming lives for decades, and it's reaching a boiling point with tragic consequences. A video went viral this week. It's from a few days ago. It shows a man who reportedly set himself ablaze. This was in Kinshasa, the capital of DRC. We've decided to not show the visuals to you. We will not play out that video. The pictures are very disturbing. And there's been no word of what happened to this man. But why did he take this drastic step? To get the world's attention, to show them what was happening in his country. He called it a genocide. Since last month, violence in the east has spiked. Armed groups have been seizing land. One of these is a group called M23. Yesterday, they claimed a village. It's called Kishishe. That's the name of the village. It's the same village that saw horror last year as well, at the hands of the same group, M23. This was last December. The group killed 170 people in the village and forced thousands to flee.
Damn.
Now the M23 group is back. Another round of bloodshed may take place. And this is not the only armed group in the area. To the north, a different group attacked the village of Beni, a group called the ADF. It has pledged allegiance to ISIS. They attacked the Beni village on Monday. They killed at least 33 people. And the numbers continue to rise because many people jumped into a nearby river to escape the militants. They did it to escape the brutality. The militants were hacking people up with machetes. So the river seemed like a safer bet. And these are just two examples of the state of eastern DRC, the state it is in now. You may be wondering, why is this happening? What do these groups want? Well, it's the same old story. The militants want the resources in eastern DRC. This area is rich in minerals. There's gold, of course. But more important is cobalt. Cobalt is a rare mineral. It is used in the production of electronics. It's necessary to create batteries. From the batteries in your phone to the ones in electric vehicles, cobalt is required to make all of these batteries. And this mineral is in high demand. Demand which the brutal rebel groups cater to.
All right.
The groups capture these minerals.
So this is what, and this has been going on for ages. Right? These nations, now mind you, right? It said that they are aligned with ISIS. So we know that ISIS is a what? That's an Arab group, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or am I tripping?
No.
ISIS is an Arab group. So we always talk about the white man, the colonizer, and all of that. But before the white man came back into power and did his African conquest of conquering and stealing resources or whatever, the Arab people have a long time been going throughout Africa and oppressing our people, killing our people forcibly, converting them to Islam, so on and so forth.
That's right.
To rob their resources. You understand? So this is nothing. Listen, we don't have any friends. God said we was going to be hated of all nations. Right. We don't have any friends. These people hate your guts.
Right.
Now watch this. Deuteronomy 28:67. Again, like I said, this is how we able to realize and identify where the true Jews are, where the real Israelites are. You understand? And it's all about who fits this. Deuteronomy 28. That's why Christians want to tell you that The Old Testament is done away with.
Right.
And the Jewish people want to convince you that it all took place during the Holocaust.
Right.
And in the Babylonian and the Syrian and all, that's the only time it happened. Those were white people in the Bible, and it was white people in the Holocaust. Anything that resembles Deuteronomy 28 is blotted out of your mind. Don't try to do that. That's not the eisegesis exegesis.
This ain't right.
But let's see. Watch this. Deuteronomy 28:67. So as you can see, in the Democratic Republic of Congo, you got tanks coming through there, blowing shit out the water.
Right.
You understand? Militant groups coming through, rifling through houses. Somebody had to set themselves on fire to get the news attention.
Damn.
Watch this. Read what you got.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 67.
Come on.
In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even.
So in the morning, you're going to live in conditions like this, y'all. This is talking about when your villages is under attack. You understand? In the morning, read it again.
In the morning thou shalt say, would God it were even.
We can't wait until it's night. They Lord, when they stop? When the sun go down. That's how you going to be feeling during the day.
Right.
Read.
And at even thou shalt say, would God it were morning.
But at nighttime, it's still going to be, you going to be like, damn, we pray that we make it to the next day. You're going to be in a state of fear and anxiety 24/7.
This ain't right.
Because of the enemy. Read on.
For the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear.
Watch this.
And for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see.
What are the brothers and sisters seeing in the Congo right now? Death. War.
Destruction, right?
Destruction. All for the cobalt, all for the minerals.
Message.
God said that's what's going to happen to the children of Israel.
Damn.
It ain't nowhere else in the earth where it's riches and minerals people can go and attack and try to.
Right.
Why they constantly going after people that look like you and I, they lands and what they got?
Right.
Because we always had the target on our back.
That's right.
You understand? And God allowed the nations to do this when we're not keeping his commandments. You understand?
Message.
So, our brothers and sisters in the Congo, y'all need to wake up and repent. You understand? Understand that the reason for your plight is because you are the children of Israel. You got to wake up and return to your God, keeping the commandments and faith in the black Messiah, Jesus Christ.
That's right.
All right? Don't be a Christian. Don't be a Muslim. Be who God created you to be, an Israelite.
That's right.
So, all right, all praise to the Most High. We got to keep it going. We ain't got time for no break. All right, so the next segment, as y'all know, shout out to Bishop Nathaniel. All right, one of the fan favorites.
That's right.
All right, so now this right here, this is a quick little clip. Now, I haven't heard about this tragedy that happened because everybody talking about the Israel and Hamas war. But there was another school shooting, but it was done in Nashville by a transgender.
You can't make this
So
stuff
let's
up.
see what was said, when it was committed by a transgender. All right, play that video.
A psychotic transgender person shot up a Christian school in Nashville, Tennessee. 6 people died. 3 of them were children. This is what the White House press secretary had to say.
People don't want their freedoms to be taken. They want us to fight for their freedoms. And so it is shameful, it is disturbing, and our hearts go out to the trans community as they are under attack right now. But this is a president who has said many times before he has their backs. He will continue to have their backs, and he will continue to fight for them.
This week, a psychotic transgender...
She a puppet, bro.
And they got the black one.
Levi.
So a transgender person shoots up a school, and the response is that our prayers are with them because their community is under attack. You can't make this up.
They do all the attacking?
You cannot make this
So
up.
we're going to go kill little kids because they can't be a transgender freely.
Nah, we gonna go kill little kids. But, one of them is going to kill little kids, And when you put it in the news that it's a transgender, now you have caused people to direct their anger at us as a community.
Bug the hell out.
So if a transgender shoot up a school, you need to conceal the fact that they're a transgender, because when you highlight the fact that it's a trans, same thing with the Jewish people, right?
Right.
If a Jewish person do somebody wrong in a contract, like what happened with Ice Cube, and he say, this Jewish man did me wrong, you're anti-Semitic. Right. You're attacking the entire Jewish community.
Message.
No, this Jewish man did me wrong.
Right.
Emily.
What the hell is this?
Right.
So it's the same spirit.
Right.
It's
and
the same thing.
And that's heavy you said that, Cal, because they don't want us to, like you said, isolate them. But in reality is, do you want us to call us you a boy or a girl? What we got to say? So we say transgender. You did it. We can't call you, well, he's did or she. No, we got to call you what you are, like you want us to. You did the crime, so do the time.
That's a good point. Like, what do we call the person that did it?
Right.
What
There's
do
no
we
right
call
answer. In a land of confusion, there's no right answer.
Yeah, you did it.
Get Proverbs 17 and 15, man. Proverbs 17 and verse 15.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 17 and verse 15. He that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to the Lord.
So the wicked was justified in the fact that it's a transgender, right? You have to be sympathetic and considerate, and your heart goes at, no, if a nigga go and shoot up a school, he ain't gonna, the incident, if it do make the news, it's going to, his face gonna be in there, his mug shot, his age, his address, where he went to elementary school, his auntie, his cousin, the neighborhood, the gang that he claimed, his diary, pages from his diary gonna be in the It gonna be all, everything you need to know about that nigga.
Now, dog.
Right. You understand? But when it's a Caucasian, you gotta do all type of research just to get the last name.
Right.
Just to get a photo. You
Hair
understand?
follicle.
So now when you identify their sexuality, or what is it? What is that?
Them.
We don't know.
The gender.
Orientation.
Gender, sexual orientation.
No.
Sheesh.
See? Exactly.
When you identify their community of choice, it's a problem.
Right.
You understand? I'm telling you. And so in that, they are being justified. It's no shame in the fact that it's another school shooting by another Caucasian. You add the element to it of the lifestyle that now it makes sense. Okay, Romans chapter 1. Exactly. Them evil demons, 23 damn demons, they gonna go and do something like that. So now they like, no. Hell the black woman advocating like, listen, our hearts need to go after them because of the society that we have created. They grow up and do things like this. It's our fault.
Right. Hey.
You never see the black woman take accountability.
This ain't right.
She want to take accountability for a Caucasian transgender.
Damn, for her
shooting
master.
up a school.
What's ironic about all of this is, if someone who says they call themselves an Israelite, right, they go out and do something dumb, they blame the whole Israelite community. Everybody black Hebrew Israelites hate group. We're going to put all y'all on this list and going to put y'all in one box because y'all are the ones who did it. And then when a so-called white man, white woman, or someone in the LGBTQ community does something, they allow them to be isolated for their instance. But with us, that's not the case.
And we're going to see something, too. We're going to see a law get set in place. This is how you know this country is falling, because they going to make a law on this where you can't, it's going to be legal eventually. Like, basically, they in agreement with this person killing 6 people, 3 kids. So they going to eventually make this a law. Now you can't say nothing. They innocent. They went crazy for them. Maybe it was the drugs they were taking, whatever the case may be. We're going to see this come up. It's some crazy stuff right here.
All right, all praise to the Most High. So look, y'all, we going to get into the topic, man.
That's right.
Let's go on and get into the topic. Put the thumbnail back on the screen for us. The 2 Holocausts, all right? The 2 Holocausts, all right? So we're going to let's read the definition one more time. the Google definition of Holocaust. All right, read that.
Holocaust, a destruction or slaughter on a mass scale, especially caused by fire or nuclear war.
All right, read the synonyms.
Synonyms.
Hit the little arrow real quick. All right, go ahead.
Cataclysm, disaster, catastrophe, destruction, devastation, demolition, annihilation, ravaging, inferno, fire, conflagration, massacre, slaughter, mass murder, carnage, butchery, extermination, liquidation, genocide, ethnic cleansing.
So what does that mean? Ethnic cleansing. Hit that real quick.
Click it.
Ethnic cleansing. All right.
Ethnic cleansing, the mass expulsion or killing of members of an unwanted ethnic or religious group in a society.
You know what this sound like? That sound like the Spanish Inquisition.
Right.
I never heard of that until I came into the truth. Message. When they was killing all the black folks and the real Jews over there.
Message.
They never talk about that though. They never speak on that. You understand? But they want to kill you based on your ethnicity or your religion. Right?
Message.
That's what we read about in the book of Maccabees. That's, you understand, and we didn't cover it before, the cult origins of Caucasian Christianity. They want to kill the Indians, they want to kill the black people and all of that for the sake of pushing Christianity. And all, you understand, that's what happened to our people. But now let's go to the Holocaust, right? Because a Holocaust is an ethnic cleansing. But like I said, the way that we're taught it is making reference to this one historical event. All right, so put that on the screen, the Holocaust.
The Holocaust. This article will go down. The Holocaust was the genocide of European Jews during World War II between 1941 and 1945. Nazi Germany and its collaborators systematically murdered some 6 million Jews across German-occupied Europe, around 2/3 of Europe's Jewish population. The murders were carried out primarily through mass shootings and poison gas in extermination camps, chiefly Auschwitz-Birkenau, Treblinka, Belzec, Sobibor, and Chelmno in occupied Poland. The Nazis developed their ideology based on racism and pursuit of living space and seized power in early 1933 in an attempt to force all German Jews to immigrate. The regime passed anti-Jewish laws and orchestrated a nationwide pogrom in November 1938. After Germany invaded Poland in September 1939, occupation authorities began to establish ghettos to segregate Jews. Following the
Hold on. Okay. That sounds familiar, right?
Yes.
You can't make this stuff So before 1939 in Europe, what was going on in America? Redlining was already taking place in America to establish ghettos to segregate Negroes who are the real Jews.
Right.
Nobody talks about that. But that's what we're reading about in the Holocaust, right? The Holocaust.
The
Y'all all right?
Ain't no other one.
Go back to go ahead.
Following the invasion of the Soviet Union in June 1941, 1.5 to 2 million Jews were shot by German forces and local collaborators. Later in 1941 or early 1942, the highest levels of German government decided to murder all Jews in Europe. Victims were deported by rail to extermination camps where, if they survived the journey, most were killed with poison gas. Other Jews continued to be employed in forced labor camps where many died from starvation, abuse, or exhaustion, or used as test subjects in deadly medical experiments. Although many Jews tried to escape, surviving in hiding was difficult due to factors such as the lack of money or to pay helpers and the risk of denunciation. The property, homes, and jobs belonging to the murdered Jews were redistributed to the German occupiers and other non-Jews. Although the majority of Holocaust victims died in 1942, the killing continued at a lower rate until the end of the war in May 1945. Not all victims were Jews. However, with millions killed for ethnic and ideological associations.
Stop. I need you to read that sentence again. You see how they slid this in here, right? Read that again.
Not all victims were Jews.
Not all victims were the Caucasian people that say that they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Not all victims were those people.
However, with millions killed for ethnic and ideological cleansing associations.
Pull up
My bad.
pull up the video I just sent to the broadcasting group. The last one I sent. Because nobody talks about this, right? They didn't teach us this in history class when they talked about the Holocaust. All right? Pull up that video. Put that on the screen. Black people, yeah, go ahead and read that.
Black people under Nazi rule were persecuted and murdered simply for being black.
So that wasn't in the Holocaust description on Wikipedia.
Right.
But they just dropped a little nugget. Not all victims were Jews.
Not all of them, but you know what? Slide it in there like at the end of the
So
commercial.
hold on. So you telling me niggas was suffering genocide in America, in Africa, and in Germany with their ass?
Right.
Wow.
Hey, you know they had to say that in that article because
Hold on, because the Black Wall Street got bombed in Tulsa in 1919, right? In 1921. But you had the Red Summer in 1919 where they did ethnic cleansing all over the United States.
Message.
All the flourishing black
community. Yeah.
All this was before that.
Message.
You understand? And the kicker is that niggas had just suffered that in America. And it was niggas in Germany suffering that too.
Exactly.
Proof of who the Israelites are.
Oh my God.
Right.
Keep going. Keep playing.
Even before the Nazis came to power, black people in Germany were marginalized.
So before Hitler stepped foot on that syrup, black people's already being marginalized. What does that mean? Cursed in the city, cursed in the field, strangers within thee get up above you very high. The curses in Deuteronomy 28. Whithersoever you were scattered. A lot of y'all didn't even know niggas was in Germany. Yet niggas was in Germany. Why? Because the Israelites will be scattered in all nations.
Right.
You understand? Keep playing.
Total strangers ran their fingers through my hair, sniffed at me to see if I was authentic. Theodore Michael, a mixed-race survivor of Nazi persecution on daily life before the Nazis came to power. Nazis saw black people as a threat to their ideal of a pure Aryan race. Nazi propaganda showed mixed race friendships as a loss of racial pride. Many black people were denied the rights to education, employment, and citizenship.
They don't talk about that, though.
At least 382 mixed-race children referred to as Rhineland bastards were forcibly sterilized between 1935 and 1937.
Forcibly what?
Sterilized.
Y'all know what it means to be sterilized, right? They made them eunuchs.
Damn.
All right, that's in the Bible too.
That's some cruel stuff.
Too.
That's some Holocaust stuff right there.
This is affliction, brothers.
Right.
The program was expanded with more black and mixed race people sterilized between 1937 and 1942.
Germans were sterilizing or castrating all colored men with German nationality.
Pause. Cause it said many black people and all that. She just said all colored men. All colored men were sterilized.
Damn.
They put their hands on all black, all melanated, you know what? and disabled them from being able to reproduce.
Damn.
That's genocide. That's beyond genocide. You understand? Because
Our people are stupid as hell.
What was one of the synonyms for Holocaust? Extermination.
Right.
That's how you exterminate a people.
This ain't right.
Cut off their ability to reproduce.
This ain't right.
That's that ethnic cleansing too, because without the father, the race is washed away.
Right.
That's right.
Play on, man. Come on.
Weeks later, a coloured friend of mine was summoned to the Gestapo headquarters in Frankfurt. I never saw him again.
Many black people were later sent to concentration camps.
Wait a minute. I thought there was only Pole looking white. That's how they showing the pictures to make you feel sorry for them. What are pictures of the niggas at?
Right.
In the concentration camp? What are pictures of the black folks at?
You know what? That's probably why when they say they were black because they, the sick, this and they were talking about the Negroes that was there. That's them the ones were the black ones that you seen over there.
I'll show you the power of narrative, Cal. When you control the narrative, you can make 6 million look like more than 600 million.
That's right.
That's crazy. Keep playing.
It's not even. Where they were often subjected to medical experiments, extreme violence, and even murder.
You can't make this stuff
in Germany too.
Wait, Cap. Didn't we just read that they said there was just them?
Yeah.
At the end of the article.
It's not them.
But it wasn't just artists.
They were really telling we did that to them.
That's
Come
like,
on now, dog.
The commercials, the medication commercials, where they mention the side effects.
Death.
Black people were also killed in Germany, but we're not going to talk about that because they're not.
Internal bleeding for life.
It doesn't help our narrative, so we
Some of y'all know what I'm talking about.
Right. Keep playing.
One scholar estimated around 2,000 black people were murdered in the camps, but there is little documentation, so the figure could be higher.
That's the same thing with them, with everything in history, with the Middle Passage, the slave trade, the genocide of the Native American Indians. They wouldn't document that. They wouldn't keep in count of their body count.
Right.
They didn't give a damn.
Exactly.
You understand? So it ain't no telling. The Lord said, you were the stars of heaven for multitude. You're going to be left few in number. There's millions.
Right.
Millions upon millions of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans killed. Genocide.
Message.
Keep reading, though. Keep playing,
After the war, discrimination and prejudice against black people continued. And while progress has been made, racism and prejudice against black people still exist to this day.
To this day! So it ain't over. We're black people in Europe, in Germany.
Black people in
All right, you get off of that. All right. So now, what I want. Let's get this 6 million video. Let's get the let's get that TikTok. About this damn 6. Now, mind you, we read in the Wikipedia, right, that it started in 1933 or something like that? Okay, yeah, 33, 37, one of those, right? All right, watch this. Well, I need the Dr. Umar soundbite. Did you find this suspicious?
You don't find that suspicious?
Put this on the screen, guys. I want y'all to pay attention. Now remember when we played the clip of Michael Rappaport, the Jewish dude, when he was saying, we keep it, we got a list of who been naughty and nice,
right,
and all of that, right?
Those are quiet.
And we put the scripture about the mark of the beast. If you don't support it or show that you're in agreement with it, then they gonna cut your water off. Right. Understand? And then it went on to say that his number was 666. It's talking about that damn 6, right?
Right.
All right. Play the video.
The date, Friday, May the 7th, 1920. It's page 11 that I want. There we go. Page 11. Page 11. The article is called "The Jewish War Aid Gets $100,000 Gift." There it is. The Fund for Jewish War Sufferers in Central and Eastern Europe, where 6 millions face horrifying conditions of famine, disease and death, was enriched yesterday by a contribution of $100,000 from Nathan Strauss. Where 6 millions face horrifying conditions of famine, disease and death. 6 millions face horrifying conditions of famine, disease and death. I'll just go down the rest of the article if anybody wants to read it. There's an article called "Jewish War Aid Gets $100,000 Gift" in the New York Times, Friday, May the 7th, 1920.
Wait. So the Holocaust, 6 million Jews. That happened in 1930 something, right? So this news article was printed in 1920 to raise money to support these 6 million Jews. All right, go keep playing now. Skip forward about 30 seconds. All right, play that. What I'm gonna show y'all while it's loading, get the First Esdras real quick. First Esdras 5:73. Read that real quick.
The book of First Esdras, chapter 5 and verse 73. And by their secret plots.
By their what?
And by their secret plots.
So we went over this plenty of times, right? Daniel 11 said that they would exalt themselves to establish the vision. In order for the vision to be established, that they are the real Jews, and to get all this funding from these nations, for the nations that have some type of alleged purpose to fund them and allow them to go into the land of Palestine to take it by force and all of that. This 6 million Jew thing had to come to fruition. You understand? To establish the vision.
Right.
It had to come to pass. So they were plotting this. Get that real quick in Psalms 37 and 12.
Bring it out.
Y'all got it? Y'all good? All right, hold on. Play it. Play that real quick before it mess up again. Y'all got the sound on?
July the 20th, 1921.
So we just showed y'all a news clip from 1920. Now this is 1921. All right, play it.
It's page 2 that I want. There we go. Page 2. Page 2. New York Times, July 20th, 1921. And the article is called "Begs America Save 6 million in Russia."
6 million! 6 million. All right? Keep playing.
Threatens all Jews as Soviet power wanes, declares Kreinin, coming here for aid. Look at that. Russia's 6 million Jews are facing extermination by massacre.
Y'all see this, right? What did it say? Russia's 6 million Jews are facing extermination. Damn! You can't make this up.
Exactly.
Go about here a couple minutes. So this is 1931. This is still before the
Couple
Holocaust.
years before, right?
6 million Jews face starvation. Y'all see this, right? All of this was before the Holocaust. 6 million Jews this, 6 million Jews that.
They was prepping the people, man.
Look,
Y'all all
number,
right?
ain't it?
You're right. It's 603 score and 6. I don't know. I don't know.
Y'all all right?
So look, let's drop that. Get that medium.com. It's the Medium. So, Doors Winning Life Lasts. I want to order this book. I'm going to have to order this book, man, and we're going to dive into the lies of the what they call it, the Holocaust. That Holocaust shit fake, y'all. I'm going to be straight up with y'all.
You can't make this stuff up.
That's a lie.
Right.
It is what it
Stop
is.
it. Get some
But let's get into the real Holocaust, all right? Put that on the screen for us.
The big lie of slavery. The slave trade was the worst human-inflicted atrocity ever.
Can we read that again?
The slave trade was the worst human-inflicted atrocity ever.
Daniel chapter 9 and verse 11.
That's
The
right.
book of Daniel, chapter 9 and verse 11.
Watch this.
Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law,
Israel, the real Israelites, go ahead.
even by departing, that they might not obey thy voice.
Watch this.
Therefore, the curse is poured upon us,
So the curse is poured upon the real Israelites. Go ahead.
and the oath that is written in the law of Moses, the servant of God,
Read.
because we have sinned against him.
Read.
And he hath confirmed his words, which he spake against us, and against our judges that judged us, by bringing upon us a great evil.
A what?
A great evil.
Read.
For under the whole heaven.
For what?
For under the whole heaven.
Under the whole heaven, meaning out of all atrocities that has ever happened to any other nation. Read.
Hath not been done as hath been done upon Jerusalem.
So if you're going to say that something happened historically and it was the worst human atrocity ever in history, then it would have to be to the Israelites.
That's right.
You believe in the Bible. That's what
Right.
God said, under the whole heaven, with the great evil that they would suffer would not be comparable to any other nation in history. Get that in Baruch 2:1. Baruch 2:1 say the same thing.
The book of Baruch, chapter 2 and verse 1. Therefore, the Lord hath made good his word, which he pronounced against us, and against our judges that judged Israel, and against our kings, and against our princes, and against the men of Israel and Judah, to bring upon us great plagues.
Bring upon us what?
To bring upon us great plagues.
Great plagues, read.
Such as never happened under the whole heaven, as it came to pass in Jerusalem.
All righty. So now, let's read that again. Let's read that again.
The slave trade was the worst human-inflicted atrocity ever.
All right. Let's scroll down. You see them images right there? Scroll down. Read that.
It's been repeated so many times that we accept as historical fact that about 15 million Africans died in the transatlantic slave trade over a period of 250 years.
So now, even with that, right, 15 million Africans died in the slave trade over 250 years. That's 2.5 as many deaths as 6 million.
That's right.
6 times 2.5 is 15. All right, so 15, and that's the low ball. You understand? But 15 million of our people. This is not counting the slave trade that took place before the transatlantic, meaning when the conquistadors were shipping the Indians over to Spain and all that. It's not counting that.
Sub-Saharan, yep.
Right? But 15 million, that's the low ball number. Go ahead.
The figure is reported by everyone from the United Nations to African studies departments at major universities. I learned this figure in Black Studies courses in college and have repeated it in my own writing. It turned out to be a lie. The death toll was closer to 50 to 60 million.
That sounds more fitting to the Deuteronomy 28, 62 and 63.
That's right.
when God prophesied a Holocaust that happened to the Israelites, it sounded more upwards 50 to 60 million. Left, you were the stars of heaven, you would be left few in number. It sounds more up that alley to me.
Does everybody understand that?
6 million. All right, keep reading. Come on.
This Juneteenth.
Yeah, this Juneteenth is time the truth is told. I'm reminded of how Jews rightfully feel when some Jew-hating Holocaust denier tries to push absurd theories that Hitler and the Nazis only killed 1 or 2 million Jews instead of 6 million.
So I want y'all to understand now, this is coming from somebody that's in the world, right? They believe that the 6 million Jew narrative. That's fine. But they're making a point that they have a rightful response towards the people that try to lowball the 6 million body count. You understand? People try to lowball the 6 million to 1 or 2 million.
Right.
You understand? And it's, rightfully so. They have the right to feel some type of way about that.
Right.
But when it come to us, it was 50, 60 instead of 15.
They knocking.
Nigga, shut up. Get a job. You understand? Now,
Don't
scroll
fall
down
for
real
it.
quick.
Scroll down.
Scroll down. Hold on. Scroll up a little bit. Read that real quick.
The Khmer?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. I need y'all to bring it over. The Khmer Rouge killed 2 million in Cambodia. Nearly 1.5 million were killed.
Hold on. Where is Cambodia? That's in Africa, right?
Damn.
Yeah, Cambodia is in Africa. Look that up real quick. Keep reading.
It says nearly 1.5 million were killed in Circassia in the 1800s. The Ottomans massacred between 600,000 to 1.5 million Armenians from 1915 to 1917.
Okay, go ahead.
About 800,000 Rwandans were killed in 1994.
Now, I know where Rwanda at. That's in Africa.
It's 1 year, Cap.
You understand? That's East Africa. So 800,000 Rwandans were killed in 1994. All right, scroll down. Oh, you got to create a count the rules. All right, so you get off of that. Now watch this. Pull up the video. Says slavery was the worst human inflicted atrocity in history. All right? Pull up the video. The transatlantic slave trade. Play that real quick.
Personal domination of natally alienated and generally dishonored persons. You've likely heard about how horrible the conditions were on slave ships, but it's worth naming explicitly. The conditions on these ships were horrific. People were packed by the hundreds alongside one another, chained down, unable to move. The captured Africans were forced to relieve themselves in the same places where they slept, sat, and ate. As a result, the stench from the bottom of the ship, where there was little ventilation, was unbearable. Disease was rampant. From yellow fever to malaria, from smallpox to dysentery, it is difficult to capture how abhorrent the conditions were. To imagine this, it is helpful to hear from Equiano again. I was soon put down under the decks, and there I received such a salutation in my nostrils.
Pause it. Because you hear about all these Holocaust survivor diaries and Anne Frank and all this. I never heard of this man. What's his name? Judah. There we go, call it. Judah.
That was a good one.
So Judah said, this is Judah's diary, his slave ship survival diary. Read, play on,
As I had never experienced in my life, so that with the loathsomeness of the stench and crying together, I became so sick and low that I was not able to eat. The closeness of the place and the heat of the climate added to the number in the ship, being so crowded that each had scarcely room to turn himself, almost suffocated us. This produced copious perspirations, so that the air soon became unfit for respiration from a variety of loathsome smells.
So hold on, pause. What the hell you need the gas chambers for when you could just pack them on slave ships, chained to each other, where they defecating, vomiting, having periods and all of that,
all kind of diseases
on one another? You understand, with no sanitation possible for them, being in chains piled up like sardines.
Damn.
What the hell you need poison gas chambers for? You understand? It said that you were not able to breathe in those conditions. It was unfit for respiration. Y'all, do y'all hear this?
That's crazy.
Keep reading. Keep playing, I mean.
On a sickness among the slaves, of which many died. Violence against captured Africans was a devastating yet ubiquitous phenomenon as these ships crossed the Atlantic. In an effort to keep people submissive over the course of their several weeks-long trip, enslaved Africans were tortured in a variety of cruel, just unimaginable ways. Sexual violence was a common fixture as well. It was not uncommon for sailors to rape enslaved women while they were on board. But enslaved people didn't just passively...
So that's it. So we was getting raped, we was defecating on each other, dying of starvation and all of that.
Come on now,
on
dog.
the ship before the actual slavery when you landed.
Right.
On the ship itself was a Holocaust. You understand? Known as the Middle Passage. Now, put that on the screen real quick. So we don't even talk about the process of them rounding niggas up to put on the ship, right? Play that video.
First, I wouldn't limit it to those lost their lives at sea, because the business of capturing slaves involved a good deal of warfare. You attack villages, you turn people against people. So there are a lot of casualties before the actual capture as part of the process of capturing.
Damn. Where them numbers found at? Where you gonna find them numbers at?
Damn. Right.
To capture the slaves was many casualties. You understand?
Y'all all right?
Just to capture them, to round them up, to put on a boat. It was death in that. Keep playing.
Most figures just limit themselves to who died after people had actually been enslaved, and forget that the process of enslavement itself was destructive and did a lot of killing on the way towards catching others. It is true, it's very difficult, nevertheless, to compute what the total figure is. So I'm as defeated as many historians, but I would say those who are on many figures, on big numbers, I think are at least morally justified, because the numbers are wider than those who perish just in the Middle Passage.
Damn.
Who perished pre-Middle Passage.
Damn.
Who perished in the raids for slaves, sometimes who perished in the forts by the sea, waiting to be exported. Because they were packed in there.
So we don't calculate the number that died in the raids for slaves, when they raided the villages for slaves, and those that were at the forts waiting to be exported. You understand? It was death in all of that. You understand?
Exactly.
Now watch this. Go to this book right here. So this is just, we talking transatlantic, right? Us coming off the west coast of Africa. Now watch this. Pull up that book. All right, so this is New World. Shout out to Captain Shemaiah. He did the class, The Hidden Enemy, this past Sabbath. He brought out a lot of this stuff right here. Put that on the screen.
The New World Jewry, 1493 to 1825.
All right. Let's go inside the book.
The Dutch Jews centered their lives about their synagogue. They did not immigrate in appreciable numbers after, accumulating wealth. Jews, as well as Christians in the English islands, left for London after amassing their fortunes. Wilfred S. Samuel wrote that a proper understanding of the London Sephardi community in the 17th and 18th centuries was necessary, since its members derived much of their social prestige and revenue from their Caribbean connections.
Right, that's making reference to the slave trade. Now go to the next page. Revenue from Caribbean connections, quote unquote. Slavery. Read that.
Right. Jews, started Jews?
Yeah, Jews owned at the top.
Jews owned some of the best plantations in the river valley of Owners of sugar plantations.
All right. So Jews owned some of the best plantations. Now, in the medium.com, it says slavery was the worst human atrocity that was known to man.
Right.
The Jews get sympathy from the world based on what happened to them in a 10-year period of the Holocaust.
Right.
But by definition, Holocaust is just a massacre, genocide, extermination, ethnic cleansing, right? Slavery fit the bill, fit the description.
Exactly.
Jews, the people of the victims of the Holocaust, owned some of the best plantations in the largest, worst Holocaust by definition. Which was of our people. They owned some of the best plantations. Keep reading though.
Owners of sugar plantations and mills were known as senadores de Ingedbo. Jews were also among the leading slave holders and slave traders.
Right? So that's some hypocritical shit right there.
Right, exactly.
How can you be the oppressor and the oppressed?
Don't fall for it.
You control the narrative. You can do
Bro, they Jesus, Herod, the Jews, the Pharisees, they everybody.
The devil.
Pontius
Pilate.
Pilate. All right, read that with Wisnitzer. Come on.
Wisnitzer writes that Jews were not dominant as senadores de Ingedbo, but played an important role as financiers and brokers and exporters of sugar and suppliers of slaves.
And what?
Suppliers of slaves.
All right, next page. So the Jews took part in this Holocaust. All right? Not as the victim.
Trading and serving as merchants included owning warehouses with inventories to outfit the largest sailing vessels and to make ship repairs.
This the precept right here to what we read about the revenues from the Caribbean connection. Read.
The Jews were the largest ship chandlers in the entire Caribbean region, where the shipping business was mainly a Jewish enterprise.
So
Does everybody understand that?
Shout out to Benjamin, who are the real Jews. They was being shipped by a lot of them ships that the tribe of Benjamin, the tribe of Dan, was being transported on, was made by Jews.
Message.
All right, we'll go to the next page. Read that.
The chips were not only owned by
we brought this out on what's her name, Miss Inez Blog Talk Radio Show, and we ain't been back since.
Damn.
Read that.
3 weeks in a row, didn't it? The ships were not only owned by
that
Jews.
last time we went crazy.
Right.
We brought out all this shit. We ain't been back since. All right, read that. Remember the topic was what? Anti-Semitism, right?
Did she ask for that?
Yeah.
The ships were not only owned by Jews, but were manned by Jewish crews and sailed under the command of Jewish captains. Emmanuel's appendix.
Read the next highlighted part.
Many of the ships were engaged in bringing slaves from Africa to the 13 colonies, the British islands in the Caribbean, and the Spanish colonies.
All right, go to Jewish pirates of the Caribbean. Arr.
Y'all all right?
Go to the next page. Read that.
Sheesh. Right there. In the midst of the age of discovery, the Inquisition took hold in Spain and Portugal, facing many underground Jews to flee the peninsula.
Watch this.
The most daring
Jews
went to the New World as explorers, conquistadors.
As what?
Conquistadors.
As what?
Conquistadors. You know what they were doing?
They was conquistadors. Now, when you think of conquistador, who's the chief one that pops in your mind?
Emily.
Christopher Columbus, right? Okay. Go to the next page. All right.
All right, IT, bring me over, please. At the dawn of the age of discovery, when Spain's monarchs banished the Jews to purify their nation, followers of the law of Moses sailed with the explorers.
Jump down to the red part.
They were among the first foreigners to permanently settle the New World.
So among the founding fathers were so-called Jews, Jewish people. Go ahead.
Going about as bona fide Christians.
Parading themselves as Christians. Read.
Most carried their secret to the grave.
Knowing that they were not actually Christians. They were Jews. They was Amalek. Go to the next page. Or the next book. Damn, it was another book. Hold on.
Yeah, this interesting here, man. So all the lies that they taught right there, we showing it right here. We revealing the truth because this is Let's Talk Truth we got to. Everything we just showed you is contrary to what they push with the Holocaust, right?
That's right.
You see that, man. The real Jews are the ones that suffered all the atrocities you witnessed.
The people that's claiming they had a Holocaust, they've been terrorizing our race of people forever.
Don't fall, and they having a part of it. They're funding it.
Funding
Don't
it,
fall
driving,
for it.
they're funding the boats, fixing the boats, driving the boats, and buying us when we get off the boats. It's
Right.
all them.
Damn.
All
Yeah,
right,
the
hold
devil.
on. Here we go.
Yeah, we see it, man. So y'all stay tuned. All right, you hear something else?
No, I was just thinking about how and then the fake Jews that were so called getting persecuted, they getting paid today. Them people get millions of dollars a year.
All right, put that on the screen real quick. What I just sent to the broadcast page. All right, it's the main character in it all. Read that.
The Jews of the royal court who supported Columbus, the expulsion order made it essential that Columbus hold for hereditary rule. If no Asian kingdom welcomed Jewish refugees, Columbus, as the ruler of a new land, would be
able
to provide a haven for Spanish Jews. It is thought that Columbus himself was a descendant of Spanish Jews.
So Christopher Columbus
what a bum.
was Amalek.
Amalek. That's crazy.
So
this the truth they don't want to hear though, Cap.
So
It's
listen,
crazy.
it's a book. I don't know where I thought it was in a page somewhere, but I don't know where I read it at. But it was among the material we were supposed to use for today. But it was going into Columbus shipping the Arawak Indians to Spain. Whereas I know I read this somewhere in here. I thought I had forwarded to the group. But we got a couple of minutes left, man. Y'all brothers got something y'all want to bring out?
Yeah, man. I just want y'all to see this right here, man. That your boy, your favorite guy, the one y'all love celebrating, just like they did yesterday on the day of Thanksgiving.
Over. Here you go. Right
this same guy right here is a Jewish man. What? I'm sorry. Amalek.
Put that on the screen.
Remember that.
Put that on the
Amalek.
screen that I just sent. All right. Put that on the screen real quick. Read that.
On his first day, October 12th, 1492, the explorer wrote in his diary, "I took some of the natives by force." He later found the original inhabitants to be trackable, peaceable,
like it's saying 2nd Ezra 13 about the 10 tribes, because that's who they was.
the
They was Israelites. And he used the Bible to find them, to track them down. Go ahead.
and concluded, "There is not in the world a better nation."
Like the Bible say. Go ahead.
His response as a European was to say that Indians must be made to work,
enslaved,
and adopt our ways.
Assimilated.
That's
genocide. That's systematic genocide. Like we're killing them spiritually to keep them alive for labor.
That's
you understand?
right.
That's arguably worse than just killing them.
Right.
You understand? You take their
That's a good
livelihood
story,
as in
yeah.
their heritage, their language, their customs, and just force them to work for you.
Message.
For the remainder of their existence. That's worse. That's worse than a Holocaust.
This
Well,
is
their
affliction,
Holocaust.
brothers.
Keep reading. And this is a Jew that's doing this shit. All right, go ahead.
The Christopher Columbus, whose unique seamanship and courage had opened the Americas to European penetration, also began the transatlantic slave trade.
It said he began what?
The transatlantic slave trade.
The worst human atrocity in human history. Come on.
He started by shipping 10-chain Arawak men and women to Seville, Spain.
So he popped it off by shipping Danites to Spain. You understand? For real. He shipped the tribe of Dan to Spain. He popped off the slave trade, y'all. And this was a Jew. He popped off the worst human atrocity in history, known as the slave trade.
Y'all all right?
So it ain't no comparisons between the two Holocausts. The real, true Holocaust that need to be talked about, that need reparations and all this and this and that, is what happened to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans.
That's
the
right!
12 tribes of Israel, the true Jews that the Bible speaks of. That stuff that they went through is a hoax. It's a lie. All right, Lord's willing, man, we going to fully expose that thing.
That's
for
right.
what it really is, all right? But in the meantime, in between time, make sure y'all like, subscribe, share this. A lot of our people, they don't know this information.
Exactly.
They gotta wake up. It is what it is. So do your part. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Share, spread the word. Let's make this thing go viral. This
That's
information
right.
I wish I would have knew. You know what I'm saying? Many, many years ago, because they're not gonna teach you this in school or church. All right, but it's biblical and it's historical.
That's right.
Ain't that ironic? So with that, Lord's willing, y'all was edified. Shalom, Most High, Christ bless.
Shalom.
Leave me alone, I'm in the zone. Walk in the building like give me my throne. You want the smoke, then it comes to the dome. I take over Texas and make it my home. Skirt, boom, fly through the room. Fly in this ship that look just like cartoon. You want the smoke, we got armies on moons. The Lord get an order, we move to the tune. 12 never lacking from Texas to Jackson. We been about action, the South be a faction. We got the numbers to make you a fraction. My Bible is precept, now that's really matching. Go to the place where they put us on ships. Throw with the power, I summon a whip. Don't do no talking, I gave all the options. Now give me my Bible and let's get it poppin'. Shout out to Dallas that beat a platoon. Look to the east and then back for the boom. We been up fighting from 12 until noon. Up burn a big house and then find all the coons. Let's go to war, let's go to war, let's go to war, let's go to war, let's go to war. Bring me my sword, let's go to war, let's go to war, let's go to war, let's go to war, let's go to war. Bring me my sword, let's go to war, let's go to war, let's go to
Let's be a soldier, an officer, teacher, a reader, a flyer, a mic and a speaker. I gotta beseech him. I cut him, then pass it to deacon. The captain gon' feed him, and bishop gon' lead him. He bleeding, fatiguey, anemic. Your pastor been dancing with demons. He fall like the season is treason. When brothers believing, they turning to leeches. Them times been screeching. Pull up and go. Wartime. No zodiac, look at them 4 signs. It's Caesar and Jesus, a kingdom you need to be seeking and looking for your tribe. I got Judah and Ephraim and Hill. Bible got secrets to heal. Bringing it closer, it's near. Shipping it, changing the gear. Breaking it, changing no feel. Making it plain and it's clear. Upright. Just around getting the foresight. Seeing the vision right from the beginning. But these niggas playing like Fortnite. We gotta